Undersecretary Sanchez, thank you so much for taking a few moments to join us here at the Ronald Reagan Building and International Trade Center.
Well, thank you, Andrew. It's great to be with you.
We really appreciate your time today. One of the things about the Trade Center that's interesting is we have a diverse group of people that come to the center and look to us for various services and programs. And they range from people that are completely experts in international trade to those who are just getting started. Just to lay the foundation for our discussion, can you tell us a little bit about the International Trade Administration?
The International Trade Administration has a number of roles. One of its most important roles is export promotion and helping American companies export their products or services overseas. And we do that by providing basic information on how to export, basic information on markets. We have offices in 77 countries around the world with senior commercial officers and their staff ready to assist American businesses with appointments and other information that can be useful. We do trade missions, we bring foreign buyers here, and we help companies that are brand new to exporting and those that are exporting but only in a limited way. We also help large companies with advocacy, particularly when they have tender offers from other governments.
About how large is the staff at the International Trade Administration?
2,400, and this includes all of our overseas offices as well as a domestic network. We have 109 offices around the United States with staff there that's ready to help particularly small businesses with any questions they have about exporting or about new markets.
And I know small, mid-sized enterprises are such a focus of today's export programs. You had mentioned trade missions. Can you tell us if you have any trade missions coming up from the International Trade Administration?
Well, we do. I'll be taking a group of 15 companies to Iraq in about a month. And we have an alternative energy trade mission to Europe later this year. We have trade missions going on throughout the year. I think we've had about 19 missions so far. And next year we're already developing a full slate of trade missions all over the world.
And if some of the small and mid-sized companies or even larger companies that are in touch with us at the Trade Center are interested in finding out more information, where should we point them?
My first recommendation is they go to export.gov. That's our website that has a whole bunch of information that can be very useful to a company that wants to export. And we have a listing of trade missions once they're certified, once they're ready for publication.
For those of us interested in international trade, you have arguably one of the most fascinating and high-profile international trade positions in the United States. Can you tell us a little bit about where your interest came from in this field?
Well, you're right. I love my job. It's a wonderful opportunity to serve and a way to help create jobs in the United States through the promotion of exports and the administration of our trade laws. I found my desire for international business at a very early age. I think it stemmed from just a fondness for travel and to see the world. That's where it first started. And so when I went off to college, I majored in business and took classes first on international organizations and on trade, and came to believe and still do that trade is an important component of any strong and vibrant economy.
And when you first came to Washington, what was the first job that you recall having here in the District of Columbia?
Well, I remember it very well. It was 11 years ago, and I worked in the White House. I was the Chief of Staff to the Special Envoy to the Americas, and our primary responsibility was to promote trade and democracy within the Western Hemisphere. So it was really a dream job to have as your first job in the federal government.